make me wanna say, oh, 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 oh my God.
Hey, ready for me? Nice to see you again.
Slide me some, baby. All right.
How's
good.
that? I'm not cool enough for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you are. Just put your hand out.
You've been doing this since you were, what, like 13?
Yes.
And you have multiple albums out, a record label, acting, clone. You know where you want to go, obviously. You know where you want to be. How do you plan to make that happen? Because fame's weird. It's not like a normal career.
For me, it's just been organic. It's been organically happening from the beginning. And the source of which all of this comes is creativity, is being gifted. My reality has just come as a result of just doing it. And, you know, as long as there are fans and an audience that wants to hear what I have to say or do or show them, then I'm going to continue to perform and dance.
I want to talk to you about Justin. Like, are you blown away by how big this kid got? I mean...
No, I'm not. I know his talent, and I knew it could be big.
Right.
I didn't know how big, but I knew it could be big. And I knew that as long as we were able to introduce him in a way that was artistic and not a gimmick, then people would definitely want to be a part of it,
right,
and would endorse it.
It's a whole different road you're
paving
right now.
We totally went against the grain. In such a small amount of time, we've actually been able to prove to the entire world that things can be done differently. He did not come through a standard introduction. He was introduced through the internet, through social media, and just to see that everything that we collaboratively thought of, it actually worked.
Right now, you look at albums coming out from major artists and amazing collabos on every album. There's starting to become this dialogue that can an album exist without a collaboration? Will an album sell if it's just from song 1 to song 15, one artist?
Of course.
You think so?
Of course. It's a deliberate move to have artists on your album based off of what the sound is. The visual reality and creative reality is a little bit more realistic when you have the artist that represents that style or that flavor on it.
Dance, dance like it's the last night of your life. Life won't get you right.
Now you have unique artists like Drake. Drake raps and sings, so he doesn't really need duets.
Anyone that you want to work with that you haven't yet, or anyone that you're...
Yes.
Who?
I'd like to work with Justin Timberlake. You know, I've always wanted to do a record with him. I'd love to do a record with Pink.
Oh,
I think
yeah?
it'd be cool. Yeah, I think it'd be cool. You know, Amy Winehouse. I'd love to work with her.
I would love to see you work with Amy Winehouse.
Yeah. I'd love to do that because people don't understand who I am vocally.
Right.
People don't know what I can do with my voice.
Do you think that that's because it gets lost in how great you move and
No,
how...
I think that those songs people may not necessarily pay attention to as much. My vocal coach always tells me is people don't buy your record to watch you dance. They buy your record to hear you sing. I am in the place where I want to do creative collaborations that definitely push the envelope and do things different, breaking the standard of how people hear music and perceive music, tying things together that might not necessarily go together, but they manage to work because we are in a time where people want a gumbo experience. They want the gumbo. They want a little bit of hip hop, they want a little bit of urban, they want a little bit of culture, they want a little bit of art. They want, if you put all of that stuff together, then you're gonna make something that everybody can love.
I really hope that you team up with Amy Winehouse. I'd love to see that.
It would be a lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, we've just given it to them, so maybe they can make that happen.
Yeah, seriously, we're putting it out there. We're putting it out there.